Hello, hello.
Hello, Ishmael. Apparently
Yeah.
you're here for questions, because Pyro doesn't know how to turn his mic on.
Am I?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh
Oh
shit.
shit. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh shit, here we go again.
I give him 1 minute, and then I'm off again.
Can you hear me?
Oh, finally. I was
For some
already,
reason, my
sending
mic wasn't working on a certain remote. I genuinely, never mind. I was talking that entire time. I just,
Yeah,
oh, fair enough.
we know, because you always do, and it was way too quiet. You didn't even hear background noise, which is also a thing at your...
I don't have anything on today. I don't have anything on today. So give us your thoughts before this race, Bouma. Go on.
Oh, well, first thing is that I have a beer, so I think that's a good thing. I have a beer. I perform better with, I think. Yeah, I don't know. And yeah, I did 10 practice laps, and I spun in 3 of them. But if I do a good lap, I'm a tenth quicker than Sven.
Oh.
But yeah, I have to keep on track, so.
So, as long as you keep yourself on track, you're confident, is what I'm hearing there, then.
Yeah, but there are some really awkward places where I can spin. And that's not the corners where you think it's gonna happen. So.
Hold on. So what corners is it then?
You have like, you have the final left and right hander before the final long right hander, you know?
Mm-hmm.
At Portimao, and then if you go slightly more back, then you have a corner, a fast left hander which goes down and then up immediately.
Ah, right, alright.
And that one, it's not even a corner. You think you can do it full throttle, and apparently I can't.
Well then. Honestly, this is I'm not starting a bit early. Well, the races start a bit early, yeah, but there's yeah, we're starting half an hour early actually. Never mind. I completely forgot what time it is. 7 minutes till the race.
You can ask Truco something about Sven. He knows everything about him.
I'm his PR. That's it.
All right then. Let's go on then, Truco. Tell us how Sven will be feeling then.
Sven is very stoked to attend this final race. He's gonna bring a show. That's all I can say. The rest is restricted information.
Yeah, because I'm here.
Exactly.
Left on the track, essentially.
We're gonna see some great battles. That's all I can say.
I'm looking forward to it. It's got a lot to live up to, given Tuesday night.
Oh, stop it. Oh, stop.
Also, I'll ask you one last question while I've got you. How do you feel about Tuesday night and how that's going to impact you tonight?
Well, it was going quite well, and then in Brazil I was screwed by Stel spinning in front of me. So that wasn't even the big problem. And in Mexico it was myself spinning under safety car, like our good friend Grosjean. And then I was screwed by Leon. It was not even over, but yeah.
It's not as big of a bottle as Sven had, as he was actually winning the race, and then.
Yeah, I was I wasn't nowhere. I was somewhere, but yeah.
Oh, everyone was leading that race on Tuesday night. It was
yeah,
something else.
There was so many twists. I was proud of you guys that you kept up with it.
That's why all three of us are back doing. Okay, Mitchell and Ishmael do go-karts with me now, so.
Yep.
I'm not sure about.
You should have an
room for
invite.
3.
There will be. I'm pretty sure there's not 19 people racing in there, is there?
No, yeah.
Well, as
we all know.
Swen's PR, I've sadly got to go.
Alright.
Good luck, mate.
I'm gonna stay in here. That way, interview. You guys can just join after.
Wait, availability. Yeah.
It says 13 with 2 reserves right now. That
If you bottle this, I won't forgive you. I will not forgive you.
There is a Red Bull free, and there is of course an AlphaTauri free because Slimmy has a disqualification. But
So-
Twan will get one of the 2 positions.
yeah, but that's assuming that there's already.
Everyone, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I doubt. Something
We'll
tells
see,
me
we'll
we'll have
see.
enough space.
Otherwise, Taylor's just on his own.
I'll be on my own because you two will eventually go off to tier 1 anyway. As for your question,
Tier
Donny,
1?
who do I think yeah, these two are racing tier 1, Mitchell and Ishmael.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Racing, to be honest.
I will just attend for tonight.
As for who's winning the title, I think I have to go with Boomer because his lead makes him favourite. But
Yeah.
How much is the lead?
8 points, yeah.
Ooh.
The construction battle in the middle here as well.
Oh no, he doesn't. Because if he wins, I can still win if I finish second.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to say that Sven has it in his own hands, but that's not the case.
No, it's
No.
literally in your hands.
It's yeah, I'm about to say it is quite literally in your own hands, and that's it.
It's not the first championship this week that's in your hands.
For fuck's sake. I already said to to Ishmael Mitchell that the disappointment was real on that
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
So man, because normally you guys are always joking, but this was dead as serious.
Bro, I wanted, if there was an order of people I wanted to do it, it was you and Trucker last, because he's insufferable. So, you not winning was depressing.
His penalty, they're going to hand it to Stell, to Stell as well.
Oh damn.
Oh,
Stell's going to win it.
Lots
Stell's
of
going to win
penalties.
it. Yeah, Chocker's
There
got
are
no
a lot of
excuse for
penalties
half
in.
a dozen of those, so...
And I can already say that there are some more than 5 seconds being suggested for Trucker.
Yeah, we heard from him since obviously he...
Yeah, there's one on the one on Sven. He told
And
us
the
that
one
one in
on Bundes.
particular.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
The
one...
one on Swen is not a penalty.
The one on
The
Sven
on
shouldn't even be a
Sven is not that
penalty.
bad, but the one
The
on
one on Sven
Bundes, I
shouldn't
can
be a penalty,
understand that
in my
that's at least
opinion.
10 seconds.
The one on Sven shouldn't be a penalty. I mean, what's he meant to do there? Go into the
Got no
grass?
space.
That's fully Swen's fault.
Yeah,
Fully.
that's his fault. Just because he
But
can't
yeah,
go...
the one on Bundes.
But the Bundes
The Bundes one, he
Yeah,
had
the
no
Bundes is
excuse.
clear, the Bundes
It's
is
clear. I mean,
He's got no
there
excuse
is-
on that one.
AI and no.
He's
But you're gonna see how much, and I'm gonna gain potentially 1 position from the Mexico race, but yeah, that's only 1 or 2
Probably, it's
points.
not going to be
I don't
enough.
think it's enough.
No.
It's not going to be enough. It's going to be Stell's.
It's gonna be so challenging.
Unless Stel is 5 reports as well.
Oh, that's
Imagine
I don't
winning
really-
a sprint
I'm
Mitchell,
off.
honestly.
Right. In a bit,
good
I'm
luck.
sure we'll
Continue.
drag you back in here afterwards just to see if you've bottled another one.
Oh my god. Can you say something nice before I leave?
You look...
Come on,
Today.
Sietze, we believe
You
in you.
look, he wants to That's enough for me.
I almost promised Twanak that he could join in on the interviews if he actually finishes the race.
Yeah, do that.
So
Never
So-
mind then.
yeah, no, I did last week because he was annoyed that he didn't get included. But then I went to him and said that if he finishes the race, he can be included. So I'll hold my side up if he can finish the race. But yeah. Oh, Portimao, yep. Are you in?
Am I meant to be?
Yeah, there's only 15.
Oh, cool. I'll join midway. I'll join through Collie.
Alright, fair enough.
I need to do I need to at least drive the lap track. In essence, I also have to do the race.
That is very true. Right, so tonight there's 8 points between
I don't
Boomer
care.
and Sven. There is 27
I was working.
between Williams and Alfa Romeo. Jacobo and
It was
Yarlo are here.
I was doing a two-man job, even though the fucking fat co-worker was there, but she did fuck all.
You know, he's like.
I know he's live, I don't care. I hope she watches the stream, I doubt it, but if you're there, if you're there, Emma, fuck you.
So both the Williams and both the Alfa Romeos are here, by the way.
Exactly like that time where I like loudly said, "If she could hear, fuck you, Chloe, back a day."
But yeah, both the Alfa Romeos are here, and both the title contenders are here. So we've got both championships to play for. It's 27 between the Alfa Romeo and the Williams.
In favor of the
Williams, because Jamie has carried, and Donny's been here. Donny done pretty well for the last few races to himself. To be fair, he just won China. So.
Is Donny here? Oh yes.
Yeah.
Donny van der Beek.
Donny van der Beek.
And then the Kobo and Yalo.
Yeah, la 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 la. Sorry.
Rhythm is a dancer. Anthony.
What do I think about Luke? I think he's a great race.
That has to be the most boring one.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is. Come on.
No, it isn't. I totally haven't been singing it all day.
Scotch shop merchant.
Shut up.
Scotch shop merchant.
I think Luke is a great racer. To go back to the YouTube chat, he had a great time in sprint on Tuesday night as well.
I hope you make it into the next round and get absolutely raped by PSG.
I hope they just get destroyed at Old Trafford.
At home and against Atleti.
What, Luke? We don't talk about Bruno. Go away, Darren. God damn it. Makes a Disney joke. Get out of here.
On cam behind the other fraud.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Fraud.
Hey, Bruno set Champions League history last night. Don't disrespect them.
What history did he set?
Become the first
Most
player
played as a fraud. No, what was it?
Most games consecutive assists or something like that, with consecutive assists, something like that, from an English club, a player from an English.
I mean, I feel like Oblak deserves an assist with that amazing goalkeeper.
Fair.
Bro, what does he even do? Man, just what? This man was considered hands down
going into
the best
qualifying
goalkeeper in the world.
now, by the way.
Okay.
And there's only 15.
I'm just going to use balanced setup in the tier 1 race. I don't care.
There's only 15.
There's only 15.
There's more than enough for you to stay in. The Irons will win the Europa League, and God damn it.
I see the joke you're making there, Mitchell. I don't need other people knowing about
yeah, well, if you went in on it, you could have let it slide, but I guess you already let it slide.
Oh, we got a rainy qualifying. We got rain for qualifying. Okay, spice this up a little bit.
Strategy out of the window.
Tell us pole prediction, right?
Paul, it's gonna be a bit hard now.
I'm going to go Donny. I'm going Donny. I think, especially with the rain in China, I know it's a different lap, but he seems to have rain races down at the point, so I'm gonna go with him.
Sven delivered in one shot Mexico, so I'll believe in him for
But as in for winning the actual title, Boomer or Sven, and then Williams or Alfa Romeo, which one?
Depends on whether it's dry in the race, because we don't know.
Also, we follow the first guy that's out, which is going to be El Truco.
Williams wins the
Go on.
Constructors.
So Kobo's first one out.
And
watch him.
wins the title.
Ross has just said Hyder for pole and then to lead the 4 laps before an unfortunate bottling.
That does sound fairly...
that sounds fairly accurate, to be fair.
Also,
if you were gambling on that, you would not get good odds. I'm telling you that right.
You would not. No. There'd be odds-on favourite most likely.
Bet a pound, get a penny. That's what it would be.
It's quite bright, so who knows? It might dry up at the end of the session.
Nah, surely not.
You'd have to ask one of the drivers about that, though. We have no idea. Jacobo's the first one out, and I always, on my point of view anyway, watch the first guy out do his lap, watch his out lap, and then do his proper lap as well.
I'm staying on board with Heido. That's my goat.
Until he invalidates. So we'll stay watching with Jacobo for now. I don't know why I've got the tire thing up anymore because it's wet. It's intermediate tire. There's no surprises there. Jacobo's just gone a little bit deep into the final corner. Right, here we go. First lap of the qualifying session from Jacobo. Harm just said he's guessing pole will be a 25.5.
25.5.
Interesting prediction. I don't actually know.
What's a normal dry time around this track?
Jacobo
invalidated.
Jacobo invalidated immediately as well. So Samet's the first one we're gonna watch.
Then the first one is Jenkins. Yeah. No,
Samet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another. Oh.
Has everyone started to invalidate their laps at this point? It looks like it's not raining anymore. No, it's slightly raining, but I don't think it's going to have too much of an impact. We might go dry toward the end of this, but it's going to be a risk. Samet going through just well to keep his car on track there, to be honest with you. I'm surprised it's not invalidated, four-wheeled off. What time is he doing through the second sector? I don't usually get to see the first sector of these, but the first sector time, too busy doing something else, but see the second sector time. Going through the last couple of corners.
And Sam exactly the same sector. 24.8 both.
He did a 59.3 through the second sector, Samet. I don't know what Truco has done. I'll watch Samet's first thing, and we're gonna. We're gonna watch. I'm gonna go on to Boomer's point of view after this.
That's a lie, though.
I'm going to watch Boomer's point of view after this, by the way. Coming through the final corner, the yellow flag takes a 1-2. Someone cut a corner entirely. Here we go. First lap set, it's a 27.8, and then immediately a 27 flat. Swen, 20. Did they actually go too far faster than Truco?
Jarlo.
Boomer invalidated, so it must have been Boomer that cut the corner.
Heido was on a really. Heido would have been.
Jesus, everyone's invalidated. Let's watch Jacobo. Everyone's invalidated.
Jamie also invalidated.
So what was that? Twanak did a 27.4? That one I missed to the yellow flag going up in the second sector. I think it might have just been someone going past.
Luke.
Merck has just either stopped to let someone past or spam. We got Jacobo coming around. 58.6 is his second sector time. See what he can do for the final couple of corners. Almost loses the car entirely out of that one. It's a little bit slidey. Who's the guy behind him?
Donny is definitely on the better lap. Yep, it's Donny.
Jag is on an outlap now. We'll watch probably Yusuf or Yarlo, something like that.
Uses the shoreline.
Jacobo 27 and there's your 26.3. Jesus Christ.
That's a good end.
That's a very good lap. Let's watch Boom actually. We haven't done too much on the championship rivals for the first 5 or 6 minutes of quali. So let's watch Boomer do a lap.
Next up we'll finish a lap is
You see Yarlo coming up. Yarlo.
No, it's not. It's Yusuf.
I think Heido go P2 or 3 or something.
Something. I would assume so.
Yusuf. That's a good lap.
Yusuf. There's purple from Boomer in the second sector, by the way. He must have invalidated.
I didn't say invalidated. No,
must have said he invalidated. Jamie29.2, which probably was just himself. Heido did a 26.349. Okay, he puts it right beside Donny. Boomer.
Also, we didn't notice, but Sven went on a consecutive lap and also was in the 26.
Yeah, no, I must have missed that. Boomer's invalidated on the final corner, and he did a 27.4, which would have been fairly poor anyway. Let's watch Yarlo. Bearing in mind, you've still got the battle between the Williams and the Alfa Romeos as well that we can keep an eye on all the way through this. It's 27 points. That is a huge order for Alfa to overturn. Requires both of them to be incredibly high up, but... And for Donny to have an unfortunate mistake. Boomer's just cutting every corner on the track, apparently. Bear in mind, I can see that the colour is just Boomer every time because Matt has retired, as he does always in qualifying.
I think Donny's
Sven with a 25.9.
Wow.
Wow.
Sven filled up the car and just
just went for it. Yalo, 26.9, a whole second back. Boomer has his lap invalidated. Jag coming to the middle of the second sector. We'll watch his lap. And then, is Sven doing another proper lap, or is he just fine with...
Nah, he's 5 tenths down in the first.
Yeah, no, he's fine with what he's got right now then. I'm trying to remember who I have and haven't, if I can speak English. What the hell is going on? Already showed. Today, that is.
Tony invalidated, but was improving. Fortunately for him. Zarco was.
Basket's gone into the pits, which means he didn't do an awful lot in his timeout. Jag coming over the line now. 24, 25, 26, 27-2. Not great.
Zarco.
Kobo, let's watch him over the line.
Yes,
yeah,
P2.
26-1.
Good lap.
Hyder coming into the second sector. Let's watch Hyder. I haven't watched Hyder so far in this stream.
Yalo is
looking very excited to compete on March the 10th for the new season. Oh, Hyder almost spun out at the end of sector 2 there. Car looked a little bit shaky.
No, they both fit. Yep.
I see that the Aston Martin behind him came into pit as well. Who's the guy in front of Hyder at the moment?
No clue.
Jamie,
I was about to say it looked too dark for Boomer. Does a 26, well 26-1 pretty much.
Yeah.
Hyder does a 26.055, puts him second for the moment in time. Sven just letting a Mercedes pass Del Truco. Let's watch, well, he's invalidated lap. Let's watch him then. He's improving by a decent amount as well. Second sector is half a second up. See what he can post though.
24.
He's gonna 26.4. Not bad. What's El Truco doing? His Z purple second. Zakobo 25.5. Didn't someone?
Take a full lap, Harm.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Someone said that. El Truco gets very slidey out of the corner there.
Donny went second.
And Donny's going for the lap.
Fair enough. He went 2 tenths quicker. By the look of it, was it 29 something? El Truco ended up not going quicker. Jag's not having a proper lap. No, neither is Jamie. Neither is Hyder. Sven's pitted. Donny's not on a proper lap either, so we are...
Sure Hyder's not on the proper lap?
It didn't look like it. No, he's 3 seconds back.
His fuel symbol's on.
Yeah, no, he's 3 seconds back. Is the Kobo going for a proper lap? Because I think he might be the only one left that isn't on a slow lap.
So. They've all got fuel symbols.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely not. Jag still out there, 2 seconds down. So I guess we're watching Boomer. Here we go. Let's see if Boomer can improve in the rain. Here at Portimao. Didn't have a particular good rain qualifying at China either, so seems like the rain is an enemy at the moment.
And with Sven in P3, he needs a top 10 start. At least.
You'd think so, especially if it's raining in the race.
Yep.
If it's dry, I think I might still favour Boomer, despite, because the same thing happened to Sven.
Fucking hell, Apex not found.
Reno's returning next season. Nice. I'm happy to see that.
Apex not found.
Oh.
Exit not found.
He's drifting for the fans early. He's just drifting for the fans.
Oh, of course, of course. Boomer looked like he's ready and set to bottle another title.
With this.
That was a good corner.
102.
Yellow
That
flag,
is
one of the Haas
abysmal.
went off.
That 102 is abysmal, by the way, compared to everyone else who's doing 58s and 57s through that sector.
You might have fueled up the car and just stays out for the next 6 minutes.
Maybe. But he's definitely not getting a decent lap. Oh my god! Basket, that is you're meant to take a corner, not try and go off the track. There is a track for a reason.
This ain't it. You also took down the ERS.
Yeah, he turned the ERS.
Yeah, he turned down the ERS.
Turned it off.
It turned off, yeah.
Oh, someone at the pits. Jamie. It's massively in the way. Yep.
Well,
yeah.
Doesn't help. That's another lap gone for Sietse.
He is running out of time, that's for sure.
He is.
I'm going to see what his time for the first sector
well.
is. Oh, he's cancelled his lap, yeah.
No,
he is a 2 tenths up.
yeah, but...
Yeah, no, it looks like he's cancelled.
Let's put it this way, this won't be his fastest lap.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
let's look at Yusuf. Let's look at Yusuf.
1 second off anyone else's.
Yeah.
Yusuf.
Yeah, Yusuf's just gone out for... Oh, no, he's 1.4 seconds up.
Also not it. Basket.
Jamie's Jamie's invalidated out lap. He'll be going soon enough. There's Boomer in front of him. Hyder's on an outlap, Swen's on an outlap, Jacobo's on an outlap. Jamie's slowing it down because he sees Boomer in front of him now. Pretty sure it's Basket behind him. Or it's Yusuf behind him, it's one of the two. So after Martin's following on. Oh, Jamie almost loses it out of the second to last corner. Jamie's on full wets now as well. See that people are starting to move on to that full wet tyre. So if you've got an intermediate lap, looks like you're in the clear. Oh, someone's. Oh no, it's just a Haas come off the track to lane past. Yeah, everyone that's coming out now.
Seats in the wall.
Ouch! Twanax also DNF'd his qualifying. So that's not looking great.
Lost it on the exit of turn 4.
Does he have front wing damage?
Yeah, he's got no front wing left.
Oh, he has no front wing.
I think this is probably done.
Jamie's 0.5 up though. Yeah, I think we might be done as for decent quali laps, by the way.
No, Seats is full.
No, I think we're done. Because it's all gone to wets now. It's gone all to onto all wets. Onto the full wets, so they're not going to be faster laps.
Well.
So I think this is how we are. How an anticlimactic end to a session.
Yep.
I think we might just... This is just going to be 3 minutes of us waiting because nobody else is going to set a decent enough lap because it's now full wet conditions on when people set intermediates. Swen's going for it. Swen's got to go for it.
First in the championship, starting P13, and the guy's second.
Starting P3, yep.
And it's invalid.
And it's invalid immediately. And he spun. And he's just, there you go. Mate, just take the hint.
It's not into.
Yeah, just take the hint. Get in the put our wets on. See if that's even
save our time. Let's just retire. Thank you.
Oh, Jacobo's just taken out. He's just taken out a body.
He doesn't like it. Don't fly better. Speaking of the Emirates, it's no.
There you go, Boomer's retired from the session. Everyone's just going one after another, and everyone's retiring now because it's pointless. Unless you set a really bad lap to start with, it's just basket. Yeah, Boomer if he was lucky, if he didn't actually.
It still won't help though, because
I don't think it would.
Everyone is in the 27s or below, so.
Yeah.
Jacobo
at 18 seconds ago.
What do you want?
Johnny's in the pits, Jamie's in the pits, so both Williams have decided it's given. It is pointless. Yusuf is out still, and it's just invalidated lap. I just please Everyone on the videos, just please retire. We don't have enough time for
The
this.
first sector that's 1.5 seconds slower than his.
Nah, he's got this, man. In these extreme torrential conditions, monsoon weather, you'll get
Monsoon.
that. Winters.
100%. Jamie's on an outlap. Jamie is actually going to do an outlap on the wet.
The wets, I don't.
Are we gonna? We just. The rain is in his grill.
But if Jamie's on an outlap, he won't get round to do an actual lap.
No, it's pointless.
No, he won't, Mitchell. It takes over.
Oh,
First two laps were
I thought it was this guy in front of
the first two laps were very important, and you completely screwed it, Boomer. You bottled qualifying. Let's just say that.
Oh, took over spawn. Yep.
I don't understand why people are actively doing laps. Just
to the pits.
Just retire at this point. You don't even have to go into the pits. Just hit retire.
The score bit was offside. Thank God.
Jagger's retired. There's another one down.
Yusuf is going for a lap.
Well, I'm going to stick with my prediction of Williams and Boomer. That's why I'm going to stick with my prediction of Williams and Boomer for title. I still think Sven's going to have a moment. It's going to cost him
Williams and whatever
27. 27.
Williams are ahead by 27?
Yes, between Donny and Jamie and Diallo and Zacopo.
And Yusuf hit the wall.
Oh.
Exit turn 4. I lost his full front wing.
Just please retire.
This is waiting on him and Sammy.
Yeah.
Who's on wets.
God damn it, guys. You don't need to be doing extra laps for this. Samet might... There's not really a chance. And Yusuf just decided he wanted to go into the gravel.
Yeah, he was going out the way.
Well, we're going to have to painfully sit and watch these guys finish their lap for the last couple of minutes.
Oh, look at the grip out there.
This has been a dead qualifying since about 5 minutes left because the conditions didn't exactly help us here. We thought it might have gone from wets.
He's taken from the apex to the seat saver.
we thought it might have gone from wets to dries, and we were definitely wrong. We couldn't have been more wrong. It's gone the other way.
Yeah, well, that was a great call from you, Mitchell.
It
looks kind of bright out there, I have to say.
No, on the beginning of the session it looked brighter. Because it's raining heavier now, so the statement is fact.
Whether it's fact or not, it still did not turn out that way.
You don't know, do you? I will have no Mitchell the Weatherman slant.
Mitchell the Weatherman slant. Is it because you've... No, I'm not going to say that.
It's usually weather around me.
Alright. Samet went into the pits as well, so we're waiting for Samet to go turn it, get his car turned round. You could have just crossed the line, couldn't you, Samet? Come on, man.
Ollie, because you missed me.
Well, I think that might be it to a painful last 5 minutes.
I mean, what's more painful? Oh,
there's your grid. Alfa Romeo and Williams 1-2.
Oh my, Gabriel, you are useless.
You might it might put you into a car here, Ishmael. You might have to just retire off the start.
Yeah, we'll tie in the pits, otherwise you might get
I could just leave the session.
If you press spectate, then you'll be fine. I left.
Right? It won't let me.
It was the same with. Oh, okay.
I have no idea. I just assumed
I
you
wasn't
could
on the
only
grid,
do
so how could
spectators.
it give me a car?
No, because on some online lobbies it
Wolves
does.
are 1-0 up because Gabriel can't pass to save his life.
We've got an Alfa Romeo and a Williams on the front row, by the way. I just thought I'd point that out. So that battle isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I see Yarlo, I think, had a 9th and Jamie was 5th.
Something
Go
like that.
put a focus on the Constructors' Championship for a moment. Oh, we've got a dry race.
It is
or
dry.
at least a dry start.
Oh, I can.
It's what I said as well.
I strategy for my own race now.
In an hour?
My strategy is
35
an
minutes. 35
Yeah,
minutes. I'm going to take a drink of my water before I end up ripping my throat
What
apart.
was that? Water?
Mm-hmm.
Water or water?
Water.
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 Okay, we get it, Ismail, you're posh. we get
I'm
it.
not posh. I'm not posh.
We get it,
You're the
Ismail.
poshest person in this party.
God damn it, man.
Okay, well that's.
It did
not
give you a
hard.
car, I told you.
Exactly.
Fuck.
It has given you a car. Just go
Okay.
into the pits immediately and retire.
Okay.
Right.
Unless it...
We have 3 guys on softs. It is Ishmael, Twanats, and Sven.
Oh no,
Surprisingly.
Ishmael's on mediums on my screen.
No, he's on softs on my screen.
He's on, I've got
So we have
it
2
on
guys on
stream,
softs,
he's on
it's Twanats and
mediums.
Everyone else is on mediums apart from Sietse, who's on
Who's on hard, he's
hards.
going for it. Okay.
That's
Bold
an
strategy,
interesting
roll the
call.
dice. He had to roll the dice.
That's an interesting call.
What? I may have slightly messed up.
Why?
What? As in, well, I have a car on the grid.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's...
Can I drive? Can I
No.
drive?
Do one lap, go into the pits, retire.
1 lap? As in, at the end of the first lap?
At
Yes.
the end of the first
At the
Well, it
end
won't
of
let
the
me take
first lap.
control, so until I, you know...
It should.
Well, I can't take control. of the
No,
mission.
no,
I
it will.
can't take
It,
Oh,
control.
they
it
just
will
got
after the
me.
lights went out.
Yeah.
Alright.
I hope your AI doesn't take anyone out.
I would watch it going straight into the back of Boomer.
His AI will have a good
No,
start.
my AI's on mediums. on my
Your
screen.
AI's on mediums, lad.
It's on
Thank-
softs on my screen.
Thank God
It's
there's no
only
other
on
Red Bulls.
yours.
Thank God there's no other Red Bull, so I can't accidentally double stack someone.
Fair. Well, we got Jacobo and Donny on the first row, starting that battle. Swen is in P3, so he starts on the second row. It gives him a major advantage, but he's gone on soft to start with, which could be an interesting strategy. I assume that would entail a 2-stop, going soft to start with, maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched the stream.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
I think it would. I think that would insinuate he's
Otherwise,
going
it
a
will be
2-stop.
soft hard.
Yeah. I would assume Twanat's going to do the same thing. Everyone else will probably be doing a...
Well,
if you're on medium,
I'm going to stay on
2-stop.
board with Sven.
I'm
All
going
on board
to...
with me?
No, I'm going to go have a nice angle of lights out happening right about now. Here we go. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, away we go! My leaderboard decided he wanted to glitch out immediately, but who's got a better start? Jacobo's got a far better start! He's gonna get the easy lead into turn 1. There's a couple of guys going wide through
Jamie
turn
goes a
1.
bit wide, yeah.
Alfa Romeo goes incredibly wide. It doesn't look like the awful lot of... Oh, somebody's gone into a gravel back there.
Ah, there's a
Left
good
the
exit on
session somehow.
Sven.
Oh, here we go. Oh, someone's crashing medians, Alfa Romeo! Just as you thought things could not take a different turn. There's the Constructors' Championship effectively over.
Sven
Jesus.
holds the position.
The immediate spin for Yalo. Oh, there's a Haas
he
there
was
that
gonna
decided
spin
he
off the
didn't want to
famous
do
car,
too
yeah.
great. Yusuf and Jag
Oh.
go and get it. And my time stream sheet just glitched again. El Truco right on the back of the Haas and the Aston Martin. With Boomer right behind El Truco. We could... Why is Ishmael on the track? Right, we wanted to do triple comp and it gave him a car because he joined quali and didn't leave beforehand.
No.
We are trying to get him in so he can do one lap and get into the pits and retire immediately. But I don't actually know how we're doing that. Jag and I've got a decent camera angle of the entire grid coming down here. There's a Haas and the El Truco got past Jag. Yeah, put him up to 8th, Jag in 9th, and now Jag is the one that's defending from Boomer. Nice, you're in pit straight away. Ishmael, nice. Right, we did that one successfully. That didn't cause any trouble. The idea was there, but didn't really execute it really well. As for on track, there's a closest battle right now with this little train that's forming between 7th and 14th. Jag's the closest one within that little train though. It's about 4/10 of a second behind Truco. The yellow flag in sector. Why is Ishmael's car come back out?
Because it always comes out.
Oh god, that's so annoying. Anyway, Yellow's come back out, but he's now 41 seconds off the back of everyone. Boomer's 2/10 and just lost an extortion amount of time there. In the last couple of corners on Jag, he needs to get moving, get a move on pretty quickly. Jacobo and now Swen sets the fastest lap of the race. Twanak about 4/10 of a second back on Jamie, and DRS has finally been enabled. Should get some overtakes down the straight now. Well, on the next lap anyway, with DRS.
Swan looks pretty quick on the softs.
The strategy is going to be really interesting, I think, here, because I don't know whether or not it's 2-stop or 1-stop, but the yellow flag in sector 3 and Yarlow's gone again.
Well, for the guys on mediums, it's an easy 1-stop onto the hards. For the guys on softs, it's in the hard 1-stop going to the hards. So
fair enough. Samet's 2/10 of a second behind Boomer. Now Boomer's got some defending to do.
Hello.
Hello again.
And the top 3 is getting closer and closer.
Your car's off the grid now, Ishmael.
Yeah. It was weird when I rejoined.
Twan lost it, but
when I
saved it.
rejoined, I had the spectator cam on Zakobo's, but I could feel my car accelerating when I pressed the R2.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Swen's about 4/10 of a second back on Donny right now, which if you're Boomer, you do not like to see. Boomer is stuck in between the two horses at the moment.
He's on the hards.
And Donny gets close.
Here we go, Donny in the front. The yellow flag in sector 3. Luke's crashed. What's happened here? Oh, he's crashed in the pit lane. Pretty much on the pit lane. Damn, that's
at least he can pit early.
It's really close. At least he got the pit lane immediately there. Before I'd get that one, that little pitch on thing. The yellow flag in sector 1.
Ahead of Yarlow.
The yellow flag in sector 1. Who's messed up?
It's Matt.
Yeah, it's Matt.
Doesn't look like he's got damage. It might just be in spin.
Swen's still about half a second behind Donny, and Donny's half a second behind Jacobo. So these three aren't letting up.
Yeah, it looks like Hyder can't follow the pace.
Yeah, Hyder's a little bit off at the moment.
No Hyder slander.
Jamie's not that far off of Hyder himself, and Twanak is starting to catch back up to Jamie. I was about to say he's losing ground, but that would not be true. Yusuf within a second of Twanak. We've got DRS, remember, coming in from that at the moment. You should see Swen get
Donny's connection
almost immediately.
Swen is close.
0.3 of a second. Yeah, he should get it. No, both have DRS though. Well. They both have DRS. Yeah. He's too far behind. Donny just done really well on that one, actually. Able to use Jacobo to drag him along. Jamie about 0.2 of a second back. About 0.4 between Jag and Truco.
Jack went very deep.
Oh, Boomer. Now on the back. Oh, he was deep for a minute. Boomer's going to try his best to use the DRS to get into the grass of Jag now. Doesn't quite do it down that straight. We might have a little battle later on. Yusuf 3.5 back on Twanak and just lost a 10.5. Hello, audio. About 0.2 of a second. Oh god, Twanak is losing ground rapidly on Yusuf at the moment. Yusuf seems to be following that trail really nicely. About 0.4 of a second between Swen and Donny, which we saw in the last lap wasn't enough, so wouldn't assume it would be enough here. It's the closest battle we have on the grid though, so we'll watch this down the straight. don't think there's going to be enough in it, though. There's no real attempts for an overtake at the moment. There's nothing
Yusuf is
here.
burning his ERS. Comes
Here
close.
we go, Jamie.
Down the
Yusuf
inside,
down the inside.
and
Yep.
it's Nisa.
Oh, there's a little bit of
No.
wheel banging. A little bit of wheel banging between the two of them. It looks like
Swan
Yusuf's
doesn't
got
want
the
to give up.
position.
Switch back. Switch back again.
Yeah, no, I think maybe
Twan
DRS
has DRS.
now. Yeah, Twana's going to get him into this corner, you should think. Here we go, they're going alongside. Twanak has the inside, and he's going to use the inside.
Use the
Not well
space,
enough.
and Yusuf with a good exit.
Yusuf got good enough to get out of that 100%. Twanak's just going to follow him behind until the next DRS straight, almost right into the back, as Jamie goes
And
past
Hyder at the
Hyder.
moment.
Yeah, Jamie goes past Hyder as caught the end of that overtake. I don't know what actually happened to Hyder, if
I
anything at
assume
all.
it's the famous corner. He lost the back end.
Probably. 0.6 of a second, and Swen's dropping off the back. See, those softs might be starting to fall off a bit now. Because you see Twanak's losing pace on Yusuf, you see Swen's losing pace on Donny. So the question is, was the idea of going onto softs early a good idea? I don't think it, not really
Going
sure it
onto
was.
softs
Swen's now a
anyway.
second.
Donny's very close again.
Donny
Still
got within 1.5
not enough.
tenths there, but still needs a little bit more, and then probably gets a warning for
Looked
that.
like yeah,
Definitely looks like a warning for that one.
have a look. Yep, he got 2 warnings this lap alone.
Oh, we should start seeing penalties to come in. Luke and Matt have penalties already.
Oh, he hit the back. He
Boomer.
hit the back of Jacobo.
Oh, as soon as I turned off them, of course, Luke gets 10 seconds of corner cutting.
I don't know if he has damage. I have no clue.
Boomer is literally sandwiched between 2 horses right now, and there's all but nothing he can actually do. Also, there's no DRS now between Jacobo and Donny and Jamie.
No,
Jamie
Donny's
has
struggling.
span. Jamie has span. Oh, that is not good news for Williams. He's going to jump back,
Donny has
but
damage.
I don't think he does either. He looks like he's gaining again rather than losing any time.
Yep.
But Hyder's now found himself in no man's land, stuck between Swen and Yusuf, but no one within
And then we have
any
the El
close of a
Truco
range.
train from P7 to P12.
Of course. This guy defends. He's a brick wall. No one is getting past Del Truco.
Nope.
At this rate, that guy will end up winning Swen a title with the way he defends. He genuinely will. Boomer's in 9th now.
Nope. Wouldn't be enough.
Wouldn't know. What would be enough if Swen was to come third?
15
even though he might.
points for P3, so he needs 7 points, right?
It's 8 between.
So P6.
P6
it's
would
8.
be enough. It's 8 between, so what, P7 would be enough? I don't know.
So, yeah, you need 7 points.
Yeah.
Like I said. So 2, 4, 6. Yeah, it needs P6.
Alright. Zakoba got 3 seconds worth of penalties, by the way, on the last lap or so. So that's going to help out Swen. Albeit his softs are falling off incredibly quickly. You see him losing time and then, well, had a good corner and got a couple tenths back. Immediately proceeds to lose it. Boomer on the hards. Yarlo just retired. That's not good news for the Alfa Romeo team if they go for constructors.
Well,
27
Jack,
points.
5 cents.
That's game over. That is game over.
Oh.
It's 27 points in the constructors.
Ah,
Twanak comes into the
Jacobo
pits.
and Donny next to each
Jacobo
other.
and Donny, yeah,
Donny
they're going
on
to
the
go.
outside.
Going to
Side
go
by
wide.
side still.
Going to the next
Jacobo
corner,
will
but
keep it.
Jacobo's going to keep it. Yeah.
Donny has DRS.
The yellow flag in sector 1. It's just yellow coming out the
On the
pits.
outside now.
Here we go. He's going to try again. Round the outside. It's a burst. Is Donny going to get
Very
it? Donny
tight.
going to get it. He got to get it. That was well done. That was well done, that
He's
move.
done it.
And now he's going to be able to see if he can break a gap. I think Jacobo's seeing that Yarlo's retired from the session. It's not really much more to play for now.
Nope.
Because it's 27 maximum. Jacobo can get his 26. So that is the end of the Constructors' Championship. Shame it's so early into the race. There's about 4.5 tenths between Jacobo and Donny at the moment. There's a 3/10 battle between El Truco and Jag, as Boomer's currently sat between them. Twanak went on to hard. Swen hasn't pit yet. There's 4.5 tenths between Donny and Jacobo now. Going to get DRS. Here we go. They're going to go again.
Is smart. He saves up some ERS behind him, but
I don't know if he does it. He doesn't. He's
not
going to get close enough. Yeah, definitely weaving. Jesus. Guys, one title decided. Yep, simple as that. Didn't really have to do any complicated maths on that one. Actually, let's keep with this one.
Passed by Jack. Finally.
Yeah. Guy put on a stout defense for a long while.
Yeah,
on lap 10. He didn't. No, now he's stuck. Now he's stuck beside Boomer, and here comes the point where the actual defense is actually needed, and it's 0.4 of a second. That just jumped down and then jumped back up immediately. We'll stay watching the lead for the race. Yeah, Twanak pitted early. Swen stayed out.
I don't think Sven will be too much longer though.
I don't think it will be either. I think it maybe a lap, maybe this one.
Maybe one more, but
he is closing in on Jacobo and Donny, by the way. So
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he just thinks. Yeah, I think maybe he just thinks he stays here, and Donny just got 3 seconds as well. Oh, and Swen has just benefited massively.
Yeah, Sven keeps continuing, smart. As long as he's in the DRS, he's in a good place.
Yep. There's about 0.8 of a second between all 4 of the guys, between Jags and Samet. Down, actually, it's 5 or 6 guys down to basket. Looked like the Jacobo wasn't able to get anywhere near close enough to Donny to do any sort of damage at all. With DRS, it doesn't look like he's going to do so here either, and Donny should be able to start making a little bit of a gap if he can get it right. Swen is 6.5 tenths back from Jacobo. Second off of Donny. The train is starting to break up with Jag, El Truco, Boomer, and Samet's dropped off the back now. El Truco's fighting Jag back by the looks of it. Let's watch Boomer.
Plays on those hards.
Yeah, it looks like they're coming into their rhythm a little bit now.
Also, El Truco's very low in the DRS.
Truco's just had a nightmare corner. Truco's also out with the DRS of Jag now.
So SietseBouma.
She almost goes for a move there. He knows he has to get aggressive. I
had someone bribed El Truco.
About 1/10 of a second. Let me go and watch the Alfa Romeo and the Williams as they're going to go not quite wheel to wheel.
Come on.
Not quite wheel to wheel, and they're both going to stay here at the moment. Boomer down the straight, looks for it. And the door gets shut to the outside. Samet gets 3 seconds, and Boomer, a little bit of wheel banging there for Truco.
If anyone had to use that as a reference, unlucky.
With DRS here, he might be able to try and make something work. No, he's not too far back.
If Sietse just use some ERS on the straight, he'll be fine, but oh well.
RDO said that Walls are Burnley-esque. Just to detract on the stream a minute. It's about 3.5 tenths. Boomer keeps losing on these corners, which probably would be expected. Pods probably don't have as much of the pace of those mediums, but Truco never seems to get this corner right. And as soon as I say that, he does it. He does get it right and opens a small bit of a gap.
is right on the back of Donny again.
Yep, let's have a look at this. Defending of El Truco is disgusting. Last race as well. I mean, the last race he was defending incredibly. Here we go, Jacobo's going for him.
Down the inside.
He is. There's a little bit of wheel banging. And Jacobo's going to get the lead into the first corner. He does it with a little bit of contact.
Jacobo's on 12% of ERS.
The yellow flag in sector 3. It's a Ferrari. Twanak's had a nightmare. Twanak's had a nightmare. El Truco has been passed by Boomer. That's a huge point in this race.
Oh.
Now Truco gets 3 seconds as well on the back of that. That's an awful corner. And now he's going to use DRS to possibly go back at Booma. And they're going to go alongside. Booma to the outside. Truco to the inside. It looks like Truco's going to get it back. Truco's going to take it back. A little bit of, might have hit the back of him there. And now all three of these are going to go back into a battle.
Does Sietse know what the overtake button is?
Maybe he's drunk again.
He does have a beer. He does have a beer. He did say that.
Yeah, I have a beer, but... Also,
Yeah,
this
but
stream is sponsored by Gols, as
Oh.
always.
He just hit Truco.
Did he?
Cheers.
Yeah.
Ouch. Well, we're going to watch the front two go
Was
at
a
it
wide
again.
gap,
Here
was
we
a wide
go.
gap.
Here we go again. The Williams
No.
on the Alfa Romeo.
Sietse.
Williams
Press
go to the
X.
outside and gets it done. Well,
Yay!
early.
Oh, he does it! Oh.
Boomer gets his chance to make his move now, and he's going to do it as
This
well.
move should have been done 3 laps before, but oh well.
He's waited too long. He's possibly
Sammy might have a look now.
possibly stayed too behind Del Truco for way too long. He's 2 seconds of a gap behind Jag now. Donny got past Kobo, by the way, on the last lap, but never seemed to be opening
Sven
a
needs
gap
to
at all. Sven is just dropping
Sven
off.
needs to do.
Sven is going way too far.
He
I think he's
lost
trying
a second
to.
to hide.
Yeah, I think he's trying to extend these softs to go onto a soft and medium, but I
it's
don't
the
think
first
it's worth
race.
it.
Oh,
The yellow flag in sector 1.
I
Jamie?
think Jamie's
Jamie.
won.
Yeah, it's Jamie. It's not light enough to be an Alpine. There's about 0.5 of a second between Truco and Boomer, by the way, and there. Looked like Boomer hasn't really been able to open any sort of proper gap.
It's been fun, lads. I'm gonna set up the tailwind stream.
Alright.
Stream? Lobby.
Lobby.
Yeah. About 0.3 of a second between Jacobo, and Sven's gone into pit, by the way. Sven's gone into pit now.
Oh, he has.
And
Oh,
Jacobo
Jacobo's right
and
behind
yeah, he
Donny.
really is. There's a spinning Luke there.
Oh,
There's a spinning Luke there that's ghosted, just getting lapped in the background. With DRS.
I'm just gonna put up a share screen, please.
I got you.
Doesn't look like DRS was able to do an awful lot. Are you staying on comms until Tier 1 actually starts, Dennis Mel? Oh,
Yeah, I'll leave it like 8:28.
yeah.
I don't need a setup.
El
it's
Truco's
just
about
odd
3
sometimes.
tenths back. Twanat got Jamie as Jamie's come into the pits now.
Oh, yeah, I
It's
don't have a setup now.
about 0.4 of a second
Okay,
between
sure.
Truco and Boomer, and Boomer's closed the gap on Jag by a half a second in the last lap or so, by the way. Just thought I would
Well, sorry
point that
for
out.
Hyder. He's just kind of had no one around since.
Yeah,
Jamie's
he's
gone
5 seconds.
Quite a while ago.
Yeah, had 5 seconds. He's nearly 6 seconds off the back of Jacobo now. Truco doesn't seem to be losing any time to Boomer. Boomer's obviously going to be able to go a lot further and then
Yeah.
use the softs
think-
much more efficiently later on.
Yeah, I think. Oh, Donny's in AI. It says he's been disconnected, or oh,
No, he just has
Just
poor
lag, I
internet.
think.
Yeah, I think it's just a
Yeah.
lag. He doesn't get Jacobo
Hyder-
doesn't get
oh,
into the
Hyder's
result.
pit.
Hyder's pit. Yeah, I
he's the
saw
first
that
in the
drop.
mediums
I
to
thought.
pit, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, well, technically Jamie, but obviously Jamie didn't spin.
The ones that didn't spin, I think, is probably
The ones
the best.
that
to
will
say.
probably have his position back at some point.
Yeah.
Has pit. Yeah.
Luke just got 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Luke's retired.
I don't think you'll worry about that 5 seconds then, mate.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's just picking on the poor at that point.
Mm.
As it stands, those 3 seconds with Donny and Jacobo will literally mean nothing.
Well, Swen
Swen
they're
is
gonna have
there,
to
but-
go to hards, and Swen can start.
Yeah,
undercutting
but
into that with his
Swen might have
mediums.
gone early.
Too early, you think, on his medium?
I think he might have gone way too early. I think there's a stretch from a soft to medium might be pushing it. I mean, if it works, it works. It might win him a championship, but if it doesn't, then that's a severe mistake that would definitely throw it away. Boomer's now within 1.2 seconds of Jag, and here we go again. The two leaders of the race, first and second here, going at it once again, and Yeah, that's my invite for later on. Completely forgot about that. And Kobo's now within 0.2 of a second, not really being able to do anything, and Truco's finally pit. Which means there's no more brick wall to defend to try and get past anymore.
He's gone on to softs.
I feel like everyone on the medium might just be doing a soft, medium to soft.
Medium soft, try and stretch him 16.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. I genuinely don't know if it's worth it. I probably would have done soft to hard. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Swen did drop off quite a bit about
he
that.
He did.
So.
I personally, and the thing I'm probably going to take into account when I do Portimao myself at the weekend is probably soft to hard.
Well, I see Tikok can completely change things around this track.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, Tikok can change it at any track, really. Like, if Tikok comes out now,
Donnie's lagging all over the place, by the way. I'm not sure if anyone else just saw that.
I mean, it's just, you know, sky is blue, Donnie's always lagging.
I mean, he wasn't lagging last race.
Okay, this race, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, Dakobo just had an absolute nightmare in that corner. What has gone on there? Well, he's not getting about this.
That's a warning for sure.
That has to be a warning. Also, there's a little bit of a fight now going on between Yusuf and Jag. Boom has lost out majorly to Jag. The Jag will now try and take on the soft hard. Am I on the wrong website? Go away! Go away! As Jag gets past Yusuf, Darren.
I mean, yeah, soft to hard. You are a bit of a
yeah.
mate.
Fuck's sake. At about 0.3 of a second now, and Yusuf's just dropping off the back of Jag, and he's probably going to be able to allow Boomer into that position. Jacobo did lose a lot of time with that absolute error in the end of the last lap.
Can you let me know when I need to actually jump in, by the way? Like,
It's 1.2 seconds now between Boomer and Yusuf. Boomer's probably going to take this to what, maybe somewhere in the 20s, I reckon.
I imagine
maybe lap 20,
2-3 laps maybe after the mediums pit, because you got to get that advantage, because they're going to go into soft as well. But I think he might just pit when they pit, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that would probably be smart at this point. Donnie got another 3 seconds at that point, by the way. The Jacobo's now 0.4 of a second there. Oh, Jacobo's coming to pit! Rangers have a penalty apparently, and Jacobo's coming to pit. And here we go, we might see that might trigger a bunch of the ones to come in and pit. The yellow flag in sector 2, it's another Ferrari.
I just tried to move cars.
It looked like Twanak, yeah.
I did the before, Mitchell, when I was watching your screen.
The Jacobo's, yeah, and Yusuf is now 1 point, he's about 7/10. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Everyone on the mediums is going to soft.
Or is on the softs. So.
He is miles back, Swen.
Swen, yeah, 10. No, never mind. That came down very quickly. He's 3, 2, 2.5, 2.3, 2.2. That's not that big of a gap.
The fact that the apex of the first corner is just very slow when you come out of the pit. So.
I mean, he only gained about a second on the extra few laps he did on those mediums. So
yeah,
and
don't forget he has a 3
off,
seconds.
So.
He has a 3-second time penalty. Jacobo, and Donnie has 6. Just to throw things in there, spice it up a little bit. We'll keep watching Yusuf. Not everyone's in and around actual the ability to make an overtake. Ishmael can't even finish a tier 3 race. And Twilight retired because of. Oh god. He retired. Well, I guess there's no invite to the interviews afterwards for Twilight. I'm joking. He can join if he wants, but
thank God it's not a safety car.
It's not. Yusuf stayed out. Jag and Boomer come in. Boomer comes into pit. She stays pit before a bunch of the medium runners. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, he's on softs.
Yeah, 100%. I would have probably stayed out a couple extra laps. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
He needs to do something, to be fair to him.
Yeah, he needs to roll the dice.
All he needs is...
Basket is about to catch up to Summit. He doesn't quite get him with DRS here. Yeah. Everyone... Hyder's going straight back at him.
Pit too hard so early.
Yeah, Boomer is 2 seconds off the pace of Jag now.
He bottled the strategy.
Yeah.
Jacopo is 4.4 seconds ahead of Sven. I just almost lost his car there, by the way. Oh, gets a bit slidey out that corner, almost loses his rear end. Jag is about 0.3 of a second behind Hyder. You would expect the fresh soft to just start hunting Hyder down now.
As it stands, Sven's probably P3. He'll win the championship unless Sietze gets a real move on.
Yep.
There's 3 more in the pits, by the way. Yusuf, Samet, and Basket all come into the pits. Donny stays out. Jacobo set the fastest lap of the race. See Sven coming down, and that leads. Oh, Jacobo gets another 3 seconds.
Another 3 seconds.
And he is 5.6 up at the moment, with 6 seconds worth of time penalties.
Gonna get bigger and bigger.
El Truco's 4 seconds off the back of Sven. Boomer is currently sat 7th, and that is everyone but Donny that's pit. So that's where we live. That's where we actually sit. Donny's going to come out 2nd.
I'm going to go join the lobby just in case I get some issues on my internet. So.
Alright. I'm going to do the rest of Tier 3, and I'll join Tier 1 later on. Jag is the closest at the moment, about half a second back.
I'm questioning where everyone is. We need 15.
Never mind, the Summit is about 0.2 of a second behind Basket.
Thingy party, Mitchell?
We have 10, yeah.
Oh, Summit almost hits the back there, but doesn't quite do an awful lot to try and make a move happen either. Alright. There's a couple of guys about 0.4, and Donny finally comes into pit. Now, we should see Donny come out immediately in 2nd. Maybe, no, he's not coming out at first. Jacobo's going to go past. Donny's going to be in 2nd, and Sven coming down the straight now is going to be, roughly 4.5, maybe 4 seconds back on Donny. Yeah, El Truco is right behind Jag, about 0.3 of a second at the moment. Title race needs Boomer to get a Sven taking it by a point as it stands. Got to remember that. Oh, Jag and Truco going at it now. As Jag gonna have to go to the outside and is gonna try and attempt to switch back. Gonna have to get a good exit. He does, and these two are gonna go side by side. Jag looks like he's gonna keep the position as Truco decides that sausage curb looked nice. About 0.3. There's no safety car as well right now. There's no. We had a decent amount of crashes. They have 3. Ishmael just had a car because the game wanted to give him one. This is the closest that we've got so far. Boomer is now within Truco's DRS again. Boomer has to take him. Sven needs to pick it up. Don't forget, penalties is going to be a huge factor in this at the end of the race. Bearing in mind that Donny and Jacopo tires will fall off. Will they fall off enough to let Sven back in? Well, we've only got to wait and see. About 0.6 of a second now. Boomer and Truco have both got DRS. Sven gets 3 seconds of his own, and ouch! That is going to hinder his chances. As if that could not have thrown a spanner in the works any more than... Oh, the only worst thing that could have happened to Sven there is probably a spin. That is a bad 3 seconds to get. El Truco right on the back of Jag now in this little train that's going on here. That is a bad penalty to take. So as it stands, Boomer takes it. Boomer wins the championship. If it ends like this, Boomer wins the championship. Got it. About 0.4. El Truco gets another 3 seconds. And that's going to help Boomer. Boomer's going to get an extra position guaranteed at this point. I think this might turn out to be all for Boomer to throw away rather than for Sven to win. I said it when it came through qualifying that if it's a dry race, I fancy Boomer. Sven seems to be... Sven drops a 4th. Yeah, he would. Here comes Boomer on Truco. Here we go. Is he going to be able to get past the brick wall? He has. Truco's not going to put up a stout defense this time. Boomer gets up into 5th, and now he's got the chance to go hunt down Jag, who in turn is already hunting down Sven and Donny and Jacobo going at it. Nice little switchback by the looks of that. And Jacobo's going to hit the front. Looks like Donny got close enough for a moment, tried something, and Jacobo takes it back because Jacobo was in the lead from the pit. So he was trying to, not intentionally trying to detract from the race lead at this point, but there's also a championship in this. Jacobo with another set of penalties, and penalties are going to be a real kicker. Jacobo in 9 seconds is still ahead of Sven at the moment, though. He's still well, he's not well ahead of Sven, he's about a second up, but it's not a lot. Sven drops a position. As it stands, I think Donny wins. Donny wins the race, but here we go. Donny's going to try and make that for sure, as he's got DRS coming down the main straight. Donny and Jacobo going to have a little bit of a fight, and Donny's going to win it through the first corner. He's going to get a decent exit as well, and Jacobo's going to fight straight back and hits him in the rear. El Truco's pitted. Interesting. Looks like he's going on to the 2-stop I mentioned at the start. Hydra's 2 seconds, not 2 seconds, 2 tenths, that's what I meant, behind Summit. And Jacobo and Donny still not able to pull a big enough of a gap between either of them to make some headway here. Boomer is about half a second behind Jag now, and Boomer's looking for it. You can tell Boomer might have got the message to get a move on. He started moving, started getting that move on really quickly. Bear in mind there's an 8-point gap between Boomer and Sven at the moment. Sven realistically needs to win this race. Second might get him, but it would require a hell of a lot of fortune at this point. With DRS, Jacobo is going to close in, but he's nowhere near the place where Donny is, so there's no real battle going to go and happen here. Jag right behind Sven. It looks like Sven's got more than just Jacobo and Donny to try and get past, and here comes Boomer, his title rival, and Jag on the back of him, and there's really no time between them now. Less than a second between well, the one that's going to win it at the moment, and the challenger. And here comes Jag down the inside. Boomer looks like he might want to get on the end of it, but he doesn't look like he's going to force anything. He's happy to just sit where he is, and Jag looked for it. Jag looked down the inside on Sven, looked to try and make something happen. Sven defends it well. Does enough to keep himself in third. Penalties will drop him behind Boomer, so it'll be a null conversation on the points. It looks like Sven's strategy might have cost him here. I think it might have, but then we come through the last 6 or 7 laps and he might just fall into the mediums, but he's got a lot to go. Here comes Jacobo on Donny. Doesn't quite decide to make the move here, and we're going to... Oh, and Sven's crashed! Sven's crashed into a wall! He's lost out the final corner, and there goes the championship for sure. Oh my god, as if it couldn't get any more dramatic. Sven was leading, then Boomer got his move on, and Jag put Sven under a lot of pressure, and Sven's found him in a wall, and without a front wing. And I think that just may have cemented... I think that might have just cemented Boomer winning this title, provided nothing goes horribly wrong. Boomer's just going to drive this as safe as possible now. He has to have saw what just happened to Sven. I think this is going to be the safest 6 or 7 laps of Boomer's life. It's just a case of he needs to get that car over that line now. Sven threw one away from a winning position in sprint in Mexico on Tuesday night. He wasn't winning when he threw it away this time, but he had been in a very strong position after the qualifying failures of Boomer. Doesn't look like he's made it count. Here comes Akobo and Donny. Looks like Akobo's gonna win this lap. This lap's battle, and he's gonna take back first momentarily. Penalties probably influenced that later on. Boomer now has a fight with Jag on, but I don't think he's gonna push the envelope anymore, to be honest with you. That was one hell of an incident. Sven had a huge chance. It doesn't look like... Oh, what the hell happened there? Donny's car just teleported. That's fine, he's lagging. It looked like Donny's just dropped a couple of attempts. It looked like Basket and Hyder having a bit of a battle in the meantime. About 0.4 of a second between these two. There's no going into the second sector. There's no real overtake chance is going to happen here. In the battle of the Dutch guys to try and win tier 3, it looks like Boomer might be coming out on top. Boomer hasn't driven a particularly bad race, to be fair to him. He started 13th and he's driven quite well. Here comes Donny again. They're going to fight. The Cobra and Donny every single lap and down the straight. And Donny's going to be the one that takes the lead this time. Jesus Christ, this battle decided some attention as well. I know I've been very much in the title fight for quite a long way. The Cobra and Donny have been going back and forth, and Boomer and Jag are going at it now, and Boomer's going to take the inside. He's going to gracefully take the inside, and he's going to happily put himself third. He is 13 seconds back, so he needs to work some miracle to win the race, but he's going to be completely fine with taking that position of Jag, just making sure that he drives himself a relatively mistake-free race from this point onwards. About 0.3 of a second. There's about 0.5 of a second between Donny and Jacobo. The only other ones really close is Yusuf in that little train that I was just talking about, and Sven is on the back of El Truco after Sven had also got penalties, which didn't actually help his cause either. P13 to P3, and he's not done yet. It looks like he's thing, but he might get fortunate. These two are not going to have a little bit of a fight. Looks like he's gone incredibly dark grey outside in Portugal here. We won't be getting... There's no reason to shift onto any other tyres at this point, though. I think that would just be moving on to them for the sake of moving on to them might be a bad idea. I don't think we're going to get enough rain. Jag's about 0.4 of a second. He's lost quite a decent chunk of time through the corners. What the hell happened to Boomer there? Boomer just almost lost it. Jamie got 10 seconds for corner cutting. Here we go. Yusuf, Jag, and Boomer going through the going through the hairpin there. Looks like there might have been a little bit of a touch there. Swain gets past El Truco. These three going to fight a little bit more. Still got the fight for the lead of the race entirely. Yeah, no, it's game over. Swen would need a DNF and a miracle to happen, and it's just not going to happen. About 14.5 seconds. Yeah, you should see the title race. The title race is over, and the actual race for Boomer trying to win the race itself is over as well. If these two keep fighting at it, don't forget that with now I'll switch on to penalties, and you see that Jag... Wait, what happened to Boomer? Wait, what happened to Boomer? Oh, he's coming to pit. Why? Why? Can someone explain that one to me? I know I went silent for a minute there, but there's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Looks like Jamie span again. Having a nightmare. Yep, Jamie span again. I'll see his teammate just all but drive through now. I don't understand Boomer's intent. I don't understand Boomer's pit. I mean, there's no point. Take it. I mean, he's going to win it anyway. Sven's too far behind, but I guess it's just safety over safe. Better safe than sorry. Might have been starting to feel the soft, starting to lose it a little bit. Now Truco and Sven are fighting at it now, but we'll watch the fight for the lead. As Jacobo looks for it, you can tell by the look to the outside, to the inside, sorry, and isn't able to make anything happen. Yeah, maybe to make sure. Yeah, I think that's what I've just said, to make sure that he's tired. He gets over the line. I think that's what it is as well, just to get over the line. I'm gonna ask him anyway. And it looks like Jacobo and Donnie's got a gap of 7 tenths. Penalties would favour Donnie anyway. It looks like Donnie would win this race. Doesn't look like anyone else whatsoever. You got Sven and DRS, and that's it. Track is going to get a little bit wet, but it's not going to get wet enough soon enough, I don't think. I don't know. You might do, but there's only 1 lap left, so I wouldn't even bother risking it. I don't know. Well, I guess there's a lot going on in this race. Sven gets past El Truco again, as El Truco looks like he's taking a spin. So he's just having a nightmare on a corner. The yellow flag in sector 3 adds, oh my god, someone has messed that up. Looks like Jamie has completely messed up. DRS has been disabled for the final lap. There's 1.7 seconds in it now between Donnie and Jacobo. It's just a case of which one could keep the car on the track. The track is seemingly becoming wetter by the minute. Oh, a little bit of a little squirrely out the corner there. Jacobo is losing heavy ground on him. Sammy gets 5 seconds speed into the pit lane because he's pitting onto intermediates, I guess. It looks like Boomer's gained a couple of positions. Hyder's gone in for intermediates. Samet's gone for intermediates. Boomer is going to stay on the softs. And he needs to get that car over the line. You can tell how safe Boomer is going just because he's doing nothing. He is taking this unbelievably safe as Sven gets in front of Hyder and goes incredibly deep. As Hyder then immediately gets right past. Boomer just going to casually get this from start to finish. Looked like it did become an intermediate track in the end, just a little too late for anything to really happen in favour of Sven. It wasn't his day in qualifying, I'll say that. As Donnie comes over the line to win in Portugal. In the wet conditions, Jacobo's going to take second. Jag is just going to drag the car over the line at this point. As Yusuf spins, Yusuf also didn't heed the advice of taking a little bit of a spin as well. He's not gonna be too happy with spinning on the second to last corner. Jag's gonna come third. And the 2 Aston Martins, after what happened in China, are probably just gonna leave themselves to their own devices this time, as Yusuf's still gonna take 4th anyway. Basket's gonna take 5th. Boomer, here we go. Sammy goes over the line, and here we go. Here's the POV everyone wanted to see. The end of the race, Hyder right behind him. And Boomer is your Tier 3 champion. He gets 6th in Portimao. He's beaten Sven on the day. He's beaten Sven in the title race. And he's going to be elated by that. He didn't throw it away, much like he did on Tuesday night. And he is a champion in ALR. For what I believe is the first time. Decent drive. He made sure he got it over the line. He didn't want to take any risks with the pit at the end. But he got it over the line. He got it done. And he's won the championship. Donny's gonna win the race. Donny's gonna be happy he's won his race. He had a battle all day with the Kobo. But Boomer's gonna be the one that gets the spotlight today. That is the end of the race. I'm gonna get a couple of guys in here for the talk show. Let me see who else has done. Tier 1, 4 minutes. God. I might be about 5 or 6 laps into the race when I get in. And then I'll start up as Tier 1 stream alongside to get my point of view. But yes, what else, Jack? Let's see how many we get for interviews. I'm already in the party for this, so let's go and have a look. Let's see if we can get people in. I don't want to take too long. Hello, Donny.
Wagwan, what's up, my guy?
Can tell you're happy.
You know what, mate? I had controller drift and I had to fight the Turbo. How did I manage to win that? My controller was bugging.
No idea.
But my boy at the Turbo gave me a good fight, though. Congratulations.
Honestly, alright, see the Kobo's not here. The Kobo's going to sort his car.
Congratulations, Boomer. I'm proud of you.
Let's start. And usually I would make it so it would be the lowest one starts first, but I think it's warrant of an exception today. Let's start with the race winner. Donny, talk me through your race.
Right.
Mate.
So I was setting some blistering times in time trial and in race pace. So every lap in dry conditions, I was setting 1:16.2s, 1:16.3s. So I knew I was going to be rapid around here. And I practiced like 2-3 laps in the full wet conditions. So I knew what I was doing. But the first lap that I went on, I invalidated it by mistake because I went too wide into turn 1. So I invalidated that. So I only had 2 attempts before the rain got heavier. So the second attempt, I went purple and then I went pole by like a second, and then afterwards everyone caught up with my pace, and then all of a sudden, as I'm doing my final run, the rain gets heavier and heavier. I feel like had the rain have just stayed as it was, I feel like I would have got pole, but I lost a good 2-3 tenths just by that last corner alone because the rain was ridiculous. That's why I never went out again. So I started P2. I was kind of happy with that because I could save my ERS and I wouldn't have to try much. So I would just have to follow the curb and wait until he makes a mistake. So I start the race on mediums because every race I do at Portugal, I always start on mediums regardless of the strategy. So I start on mediums to softs at lap 21. So that's what I did today. So starting the race, I had a decent start. I slotted into second, and then Swen was on my gearbox while I was managing my controller drift. So if you saw me ghost in and out, that was me like doing an exercise to get my controller working again. So if you saw me ghost, like
that's what it is. That's what that was. I just thought you were lagging.
Oh no! I had to do like an exercise where I have to turn my controller, do all this rubbish for it to continue to not drift even more. So that's what I had to do every single lap while I had Swen behind me in the first stint, and then I managed to pass the Turbo when my controller was feeling semi-good. So once I passed the Turbo, he wouldn't let me pull away. He wouldn't let me, and my controller started to bug again. So he passed me again, and then it was just a on-board fight. It was ridiculous. And then once he pitted about, was it lap 18 for softs, and I knew I had the race under that because his tires would have been dead at the end either way. So I waited until my designated time, and I managed to catch up to him in about 3 laps because I know once I'm on the softs, I'm unbeatable. So I got onto the softs, and I was gaining on him at a rate of not. I passed him and I started to pull away, and then afterwards my controller started bugging again, so then I had to manage that while fighting the turbo. He passed me again, and then I passed him one more time. So and then the rain came and it got heavier and heavier, so the final lap was just managing the car, making sure I don't spin along with the controller drift. And then so that's my race in a nutshell anyway.
Fair enough. And it's how it sound like it would look like a brilliant racer. You just go back and forth every single lap. So how would you, because we're at the end of the season now, so how would you rate your season overall from when you joined to now?
For Hungary, it was a death show for me because my controller wasn't playing balls, so I ordered a new one and I managed to break this one too. So the first round it was a no-go, but the second we hit USA, like I had momentum from there, so I was getting consistent podiums. So after the sprint race, it was the sprint format, so I knew I had pace around USA. And then Mexico was just a heartbreak for me. We don't talk about Mexico here. And then I managed to win China, which was quite good for me after I got the steward report, and I managed to win this. So I'd rate this a good 7 out of 10 for a good rookie, a good start to the season, really. Like, just considering joining like halfway into the season, I think I did quite good. But yeah.
Nice. And with one more question, because I'm trying to keep it within 3 this time. I know it's a bit mean, but where are you looking forward to next season then? What are you aiming for next season?
I just want to win the championship next season. That's my goal. It's always been my goal. So my main focus is to just stay in tier 3 and try and win the title. I might just move into tier 2, but I feel like I'm just going to stay in tier 3. So I'm just excited for the challenge.
I hope you
with Yarlo.
I hope you don't move into tier 2. I don't want to race you next season. I don't want to race you next season. Alright, thank you for the interview, Donny. I'm pretty sure it won't be it won't be the last time, I don't think.
I don't think so. We'll have a lot of chats, Pyro, okay?
And I think it's time for me to go on to the champion. Go on, Boomer, tell me about your race in particular.
That feels good. First of all, you two are very good in guessing where you will be driving next year. And 2, first of all, thank you for the incredible season of commentating, Pyro. And Donny, I hope you have an amazing season next year, because I think you indeed have potential to challenge for the title.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Massacred by Donny next season, great.
But let me start with quali. Was a kind of a stinker. I think I knew from the weather forecast, that the first 2-3 laps were vital, and I invalidated all of them. So that was kind of a problem, and then I went to another set, and P13 was the max I can do, because there were really puddles when I came back on the track. So, but I was like, no, let's take it slow and steady. Let's start. I don't know why I started on the hards. I misclicked that. I think medium softs were easily doable, and it's kind of a painful one if that eventually would mean something in the end.
I have a question later on that's gonna be around that.
I'll go on. And so started on the hards, was a little bit sketchy in the first lap. I think I also made contact with Jarlo and he spun because of that, so I don't hope he gives me a penalty for it, but I don't think it will matter anyway.
It won't matter. Sven ended 9th.
Because then Sven will like score 4 points, because I think he finished 9th now. So.
He did finish 9th.
Yeah, okay. So, my apologies for that, because I was like avoiding another Haas in front of me. And then I was like following people, and I was very glad that Jack and Truco were fighting with each other, because that was the reason why I stuck with them until like lap 11, when the hearts became quicker. ERS was a bitch on this track. I think I even had in the middle stint 5 laps in a row that I didn't use any, because I'm not like a person that loves to be on 20% ERS after 12 laps.
Oh yeah, Mitchell was screaming at you to just use some fucking ERS.
Yeah,
it is
I know,
words.
but
It is words, not mine.
Yeah, true. But I was looking at where Sven was on the map constantly, and first he was challenging Donny and Jacobo, and after that he didn't really, and he was one of the few on soft, started on soft. And he went in, and I calculated the gap a little bit, and I was like, well, let me go to the softs just in lap 19, because I knew rain was coming, but there was a little bit of a gamble. I didn't think it would hit really hard. It only hit really hard in the last lap though. And then yeah, on the softs are a great tire on this track, and they have a very good duration, so in a moment I undercutted also some other guys who went a lap later, and then I was back with Jack and Truco, and they were closing the gap for me to Sven, and then it was already beginning to look like that it would be end up good for me anyway, since I didn't have a penalty. But then I saw Sven like spinning out of the final corner, and that was not like the. On one hand, it's like a nice sight, but on the other hand, you're like, well, it's basically kind of over. There are not really that many people in the race anymore. I don't think people will bother with it. Safety car was not really a high probability of a safety car, because people were not like driving near with each other and battling. But yeah, it already felt, and I was in the party with Sven, it already felt like, yeah, this is it. And he also had to pit immediately, so. Yeah, and purely because of that, because I could make it on the softs until the end, but purely because of that, I was like, Sven is my focus, so let's pit to be sure. My softs were 55%, so.
To be fair, you've just answered both of my following questions, because my following questions were going to be what's going through your head when you're right behind Sven, you're right behind Jack, right behind Sven, and you see Sven hit a wall.
Yeah, so indeed I felt that, but also yeah, it's kind of a relief maybe, because pressure was kind of on me, because 8 points is an advantage, and then you bottle quali so much that you actually have to really work for it. But on the other hand, I was already in a good position because of his penalty and the fact that I was on quicker tires, so I rather had a fight with him, to be honest.
Fair enough. And then the strategy call at the end, because I was questioning it, because I saw you were third, you were on to get a huge amount of points, and it was a case of, oh, okay, so why is he picked? Because I asked Stream that as well. I was
thinking on that moment, if this was like any other regular race in the season, I would have pitted to intermediate just for the banter, but yeah, if there's a championship at stake, that's
not doing
a big bluff thing to do.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Thing. Because I would be slow for like 2 laps, but then the final lap I would like yeet.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. And I'll ask the question: what's your aims for next season? And then.
Well, first of all, I'm very happy because it's a long time ago since I won a title. I think 3 years back in PGL, so at least I can put myself on can give myself the ALR champion role. That's very nice. But for next year, I think I will be switching days because of my internship, which doesn't let me go until late on Thursday evenings. I will go racing on Sunday, so you will see me on track. And,
great, me, Boomer, and Donny are all in the same tier. How lovely.
Donnie in the
Yay!
same tier. He was talking about that he also wanted to stay in 3, and I was like, well, you read my mind.
Yeah, but people's calling for me though. People's calling for me to go to tier 1. They're saying it's literally my
I
teammates
think
saying
you
this,
might. I think I'm gonna give it 5 or 6 races topped into next season before I'm commentating your races next season, Donny. That's my
I
thing.
have a free spot. In tier 1, I have a free spot.
Yeah,
So we can
I
also,
think
like, ask Pyro for his judgment, and then he will decide.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream on this.
Yeah, I think we should focus
Boomer.
now on tier 1.
Yeah, Boomer, you are tier 3 ALR champion. Well done.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna end it there. I think that's a nice place to end it. He is champion,
Yeah,
so
Congratulations, Boomer.
Thank you guys, yes.